Hello and welcome back to another RPG Maker with a murder in a Buckfield video with me, Squishalski. So, where was we at last time? We was towards the very end. I had to sort of get to a point, but I'm going to actually replay through some of it from the autosave, just so it's a bit easier, and also because if I play through it back from my save file, I'll have to do a lot of other stuff again, and I'm not doing that. So, anyway, back to the autosave. So we are coming towards the end of this now. So, some of this is going to be replayed from what I did last time. So, here. Let's go for this. Don't waste your time being polite. We need answers and not excuses. So, the man lies sprawled on his back in the middle of the floor, his eyes shut but faint groans escaping his lips as if he's trapped in some half-conscious nightmare. His clothes are dirtied and the dust clings to his skin. It's hard to tell if he's knocked out or just too lost in his own delirium to move. Eddie Blake? The man jolts awake, his body jerking upright in a sudden violent motion, as if the shock of reality has just hit him. His eyes snap open, wide and unblinking, darting around the space in confusion. He begins to blink rapidly, as though trying to clear a fog from his mind, his breath coming in quick, uneven gasps. For a moment he seems to struggle with the disorientation. For a moment, he seems to struggle with the disorientating reality of where he is. I think he fell from the second floor. You all right, Chief? He winces, grimacing as he shifts his weight, his hand moving to his back with a pained expression. My back, damn, that ain't right. Someone say my name. He groans again, clearly struggling to push through the pain, his posture hunched, like he's trying to curl into himself. Decide who should take the lead in questioning Eddie. I want to go for me to take the lead, because I think in my last video I had Clive take the lead, but I want to do me. Eddie, you've been around long enough for people to notice. We're trying to make sense of what happened yesterday morning with Emily. Were you here? Did you see anything? We need to know. His head jerks towards Clive, eyes vacant and unfocused, his words slow and deliberate, but they drift like leaves, caught in the wind, almost as if he's speaking to himself. People don't see, they don't hear, not really, they just think they do. Like the mall is empty, but not empty, you know? It's full of things that don't belong. Sometimes I think it watches you. You ever think that? Like you walk in and it's got you, it doesn't let you go. Eddie's voice rises and falls like a broken radio, each word slipping between confusion and something more disturbing. His eyes dash around, not focused on anything specific, as though the world around him is a transient and his thoughts is as transient and his thoughts. You lean forward, trying to pin down Eddie's means of support. You've been staying at the Moonview Motel for a while now. How do you pay for that? People don't just hang around here without a way to make money. His eyes scan the room, avoiding direct eye contact, a grin tugging at his lips. Mammon, filthy mammon. It just a little piece of paper, ain't it? It's not real, not really. You can't take it with you. It's like that story in the Bible, you know, about the rich man and the camel. Or was it the needle? Whatever it was, it's harder for a man with too much to get through, ain't it? So you're saying that you don't need money, but how do you pay for the motel? His grin widens, but there's an unsettling gleam in his eyes. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. It's just, there's ways, you know, ways you don't need to be seen. People leave things behind, things they don't even know they lost, and sometimes that's enough. Maybe it's enough for me too. Clive's frustration grows, a sharp glint appearing in his eyes as he tries to reel Eddie back to reality. Decide who should continue questioning Eddie. Let's go with myself. You push forward with a firmer tone, becoming more impatient. We're not here to talk about your weird thoughts, Eddie. We need answers about Emily. Did you see her yesterday morning? Eddie's fingers tap nervously on his legs, his voice shifting between quiet reflection and erratic rambling. Emily, she was quiet, like a bird before it flies. People, they never listen to the ones that they want to fly. Not really. They look at them, but they don't see. She had a thing about her, a look in her eyes, like she could see things, like she knew things she wasn't supposed to. Eddie's eyes glaze over as he talks, his words spiralling further from reality. He's no longer speaking to either of you. He's lost in a riviera of his own making, and whatever he's seeing is a million miles away from the stark emptiness of them all. Decide who should continue pressing Eddie. You lean in with more urgency, trying to pierce through Eddie's haze with direct questioning. Come on, Eddie, stop with the nonsense. Did you see her? Where was she? What happened to Emily? Eddie's voice softens, speaking as if he's forgotten who he's talking to, his tone more whimsical than ever, and his gaze never staying fixed. Sometimes people go places, they think they're going somewhere, but they just end up in places like this. They come in, sit down. The air's thick, like something's coming, but they don't know. It doesn't matter if they know. It's just part of the plan, you know. She didn't understand. No one does. They think it's the people around them. They think they can talk it away, but you can't. The air feels heavier now, thick with confusion and the faint scent of mildew. Eddie's voice weaves in and out of focus, leaving more questions than answers. But something in the way he speaks, his disjointed thoughts, creates tension, a feeling that he's circling something dark without ever landing on it. We know Emily was here in the past. Did you talk to her? His face is a strange mixture of stupefaction and realization, like the words are suddenly hard for him to hold on to. You watch him closely, trying to keep the unease from creeping into your voice. Something about him, his eyes, his body language, sends a shiver down your spine. I see people that come and go, the ones who think they can just take things and leave, but they don't leave, not really, not the way they think. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. Sometimes they stay. They stay, but they don't know it. They don't know what they're staying for. His voice trembles slightly now, something frantic lurking just below the surface. There's a sense that he's reaching for something just beyond his spot to the next, but never resting on anything. This is going nowhere. It's time to raise the stakes. Light. What the hell are you getting at, Eddie? Tell us what you know, or this is going to get a lot worse for you. The tension is unbearable now, hanging in the air like a storm waiting to break. He seems oblivious to the increasing vexation of the men in front of him, caught in his own world. You think I know something, don't you? You think I saw something, but it's not about what I saw, it's about what I felt. People, they look for the truth, but they never look in the right places. It's always just a little too far from them. But it's there, you can feel it. You can feel it like a shadow in the corner of your eye. You don't know it's there until it's already too late. He's suddenly grinning, though it's not a reassuring smile, more like a grimace that doesn't quite make it to his eyes. His voice has dropped, now colder, his expression distant, as though the world around him doesn't exist. Is that why you came to Buckfield, Eddie? Looking for truth? His head snaps towards you, his eyes wide and unsteady. He's just he's just been shaken from a dream. For a moment he stares blankly before a thin, unsettling smile spreads across his face. Why does the wind blow? Why does the storm choose one house and not the next? Maybe I was called. Wraith don't come loud, not at first. It creeps, a whisper, a crack in the earth. He chuckles softly, but it's jagged, catching in his throat, his gaze drifting upward to the broken ceiling. Judgment don't just fall from the sky, it's got to be carried. A vessel, a hand to tip the scales. Maybe that's me. Ha! Or maybe it's already been tipped and you're too busy asking dumb questions to notice. Christ. Damn, floor's harder than it looks. Back's all busted up now, but I guess that's part of the plan, ain't it? We're going to ask you one last fucking time, arsehole. Where were you on Thursday night? You keep talking about feelings, but I need facts. Who were you around? Were you at the motel? His grin fades, replaced by a glassy expression, and the distance between Eddie and reality seemed to grow wider with each passing second. Too many people, too many faces. They all look the same when they stop, but when they really move, you see things. You see them for what they are. I saw the way they looked when they thought no one was watching, but I was watching them. I was waiting for something. Waiting for the right time. His words make less and less sense, but there's an underlying weightlessness to them, a sense that he's holding onto something important, but he's unwilling or unable to share it. I don't know what kind of game you think this is, but... Detectives, there you are. We're here to take you both back to headquarters. The Colonel expects you. He wants the arrest made today. We're not ready to make an arrest yet. I need some more time to go over my notes. Colonel's not gonna like hearing that. You grit your teeth, standing your ground. I just need a little more time, that's all. You better go explain that to the Colonel then. We're leaving now. Clive glances at Eddie one last time. Enjoy the silence, Eddie. It's about to get a whole lot louder around here. Dun dun dun! Your eyes meet Chief Lawson's, holding a trace of gratitude, subtle but unmistakable, tempered by the pull of regret. It's the kind of look that says more than words ever could. Thankful for your work, yet burdened by what it all means for his town. He doesn't move, doesn't nod, just watches as you get into the car and the engine hums to life. State Police Headquarters. Dun dun dun. Augusta, USA. Alright, Ricky, let me handle this. Hayes might scare you, but he's just another brass hat to me. I've danced this dance before. You sure? Hayes doesn't seem like the dancing type. Clive smirks, shaking his head with a quiet chuckle as he pulls his hand from his pocket and rubs his jaw, the glow of the ceiling lights catching the rough texture of his stubble. Yeah, well, neither am I. Doesn't mean I can't step on some toes if it gets us what we need. What we need is a little more time, just one more sweep of Buckfield to make sure we didn't miss anything. He draws a quick breath, tugging his coat tighter over his shoulders as though steeling himself. His eyes lock on yours, steady and focused, before he claps a firm hand on your shoulder. Right. But Hayes doesn't give a damn about thorough. He cares about fast. That's why I'll do the talking. Hayes will eat you alive if you try going toe to toe. Just watch and learn. Trust me, I've done this radio more times than I care to count. Sorry, I just need to sort my glasses out. Sorry about that. You know when it's just like spots on glasses, right? With that, he turns and strides through the busy room, his footsteps echoing against the polished tile floor. His presence commands attention, even amidst the chaos of headquarters, the unshakable confidence of a man who's seen it all and lived to tell the tale. A measured inhale steadies your nerves, anchoring you in the moment. A calendar sits on the desk, its current date marked in bold red ink. Burly sounding officer. Hey sweetie, just a heads up, Detective Henderson's Honda's all set, mechanic finished up earlier and it's parked down in the basement. Keys are at the front desk. Good to know. She crosses her arms, her voice steady and burly, even burlier than it sounded over the phone. McKay, so Jacob Turner, the librarian. Something not proven, but the guy's shady. A liar, maybe a dealer. Quiet guy with dusty books turns out to have secrets. Who'd have thought? She shakes her head, her tone tinged with disbelief. Not the first to hide behind being quiet. Not the first to hide behind quiet, yeah. Uh-huh. And that journal you found, sure, no warrant, but all that talk about owing money to dangerous folks in Portland makes you wonder if the trouble followed him to Buckfield. Think it ties to Emily's murder? Could be a connection. Uh-huh, either way. She's got skeletons, and you've got one hell of a mess to untangle. She lets out a low grunt, her gaze steady. Cool. The officer stands near the whiteboard, arms crossed, nodding slightly as he reads. The truth will out. Heh. Hope whoever wrote that is right, because if this Eddie Blake guy's guilty, let's just say I wouldn't lose sleep breaking every bone in his body before tossing him in the cell. That's one way to put it. Think about it. This drifter shows up in Buckfield 2 months ago, according to the case files you wrote. No real ties, no real source of income, just lurking. Timing's too convenient to ignore. Makes him a prime suspect. Problem is, we've got no motive to work with. Where's the murder weapon? Still, feels like too much of a coincidence, doesn't it? His expression is hard and calculating. Timing suspicious, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought, but he exhales, straightening slightly, his tone easing. You know, my brother, he's got schizophrenia, struggled with it his whole life, and I've seen how people look at him, like he's a dangerous lunatic, just because he's not like them. Makes me wonder if I'm doing the same thing here, jumping to conclusions just because Blake's behaviour seems off. Doesn't mean he's guilty, right? He frowns, rubbing the back of his neck, his earlier bravado dimmed by reflection. Hard to say for sure. Yeah, guess it is. Still, you keep your eyes open with guys like him. Weird doesn't mean bad, but it's not something you ignore either. His demeanour turns resolute again. Friendly female officer. So, I was reading through the report on Linda Johnson, Emily's mum, and, well, I can't help but feel for her, you know, losing your kid like that. But then I saw the thing about the life insurance policy. She took out a policy on Emily and made herself the beneficiary. Really, I don't know. Feels like the timing's just too much of a coincidence, don't you think? Her expression tightens as she looks around the room. Excuse me, coincidence or something else? Still, I keep thinking about Linda losing her husband in that plane crash, and to lose her daughter like this, I mean, excuse me, I can't even imagine. I don't know though. I'm not sure what to think. That life insurance thing, it's just bizarre. It's hard not to feel something's off, right? She shakes her head slowly, a sigh escaping her lips as she leans back in her chair. You know, there's two kinds of people in this job. The one who follows rules and the ones who gets results. Guess which one I am? Rules guy. A trace of disgust is evident on his face as he leans forward, shaking his head, resting his elbow on his desk. Rules? Sure. Let me know how far that gets you in Buckfield. He picks up a report and starts flipping through it, effectively dismissing you. Sticky notes cover the edges of the monitor, giving the desk a lived-in feel. Carl. Hey, glad to see you made it here in one piece. Hey Carl, how's life in Augusta been treating you? Oh, you know, Portland, Augusta, it's all the same to me. But how about Buckfield? Gotta say, I've heard some wild stuff about that town. What did you hear? This guy, Paul Richards, Hot Spice Shop Hot Dog? Seriously, what kind of name is that? I mean, come on. I know guys like to give themselves stage names and all, but that one, does he think it's gonna make it big or something? He shakes his head, twirling a pen in his fingers. Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog. Guess he thought it was clever. He gives a small chuckle, but his tone shifts, more thoughtful now. And then there's that letter, you know, the threatening one. I've gotta admit, part of me wonders, could someone like Richards really go that far? To actually murder his ex? Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog. Then again, we've all been surprised by people like that. I guess we'll find out, huh? Young, eager officer. Hey, it's so cool getting to work with someone like you. Seriously, I've been following how you've handled the case. It's inspiring. He shifts his weight excitedly, barely able to sit still. Glad I can inspire. So, this Pastor and Peters guy, I went over your save logs. I mean, the stuff in your reports. Court porn? Wow. And looks of Emily's hair? That's beyond creepy. I don't care if he's a pastor or not. That's messed up. Definitely crosses the line. No kidding. And then there's Paul Richards saying the pastor's dangerous. I mean, it's Paul Richards, but maybe he's right. Could a guy like that actually be dangerous? I always thought pastors were supposed to help people, not whatever this is. He blinks twice as if resetting himself or trying to push the thought away before it takes root. Okay, just need to quickly sort out my camera. Okay. You never know with people. Yeah, no doubt. This whole thing, it's just so hard to wrap my head around. You're right though. You never really know what someone's capable of, huh? He shakes his head, his eager energy mixed with unease. Oh, I've already gone through that. I need to finish for that. My camera seems to be playing up now. That's really annoying, but hey ho. Oh. There we go, right, cool. Clive is in the middle of a tense back and forth with the Colonel, his words coming out a little too fast and not quite landing. It's clear this isn't going well. You can see Hayes growing impatient, his eyes narrowing. Time to step in before this blows up. Finally, took you long enough to drag your asses back here. Clock's ticking and I don't have time for excuses. His eyelids lower, shifting his attention between the two of you. What's the word? You've got something for me, right? Tell me we're locking someone up tonight. Well, Colonel, as I was saying, it's been a hell of a process. A lot of moving pieces. I spearheaded a lot of the work on this one personally. Dug deep into witness statements, followed up on leads. The rookie here... Clive jabs a finger towards you. Did fine. A little green, but I showed him the ropes. Team effort, though. Right, Detective Squishalski? You keep your face neutral, but internally you're screaming. Show me the ropes. Yeah, if by ropes you mean how to take a shit for 2 days while I did all the work. Hayes grunts, unimpressed, his gaze now laser focused on you. Yeah, save the bromance for later. What do we have? A suspect, motive, anything? And don't feed me some half-baked crap. We're close, Colonel, really close. We just need a little more time. Time? Are you serious right now? He slammed his palm on the lectern, making Clive flinch. Hayes points a finger at you. CNN is going to be on my ass tomorrow morning at 10 sharp. CNN, the world's news leader. I even went out and bought a pair of Alan Edmonds, like the ones President Clinton wore at his inauguration. God, this guy's more obsessed with his 15 minutes than the tabloid Star. They want a story and we're going to give them one. You're standing here asking for more time? I've got people breathing down my neck. I don't get to play detective here. They're looking for results, not excuses. This isn't about who did it. It's about making sure we give the press what they want. They want a headline. They want a name, a face, and tomorrow we're going to give them one. It's all about optics. Colonel Hayes would probably sell his own mother for a little more camera time. He pauses, reading the displeasure on your face. For a moment he shifts, almost contemplative. I'm all for getting the right guy, but I don't have time to chase ghosts. If you need more time, you should have brought me something concrete. You don't even have a fucking murder weapon. As it stands, we're moving forward. That's how this works. To be fair, sir, I've been keeping things moving, making calls, coordinating efforts, while handling some logistical hurdles. The rookie here was more boots on the ground. Shut it, Clive. I'm not interested in your bowel movements. If I wanted excuses, I'd call my ex-wife. Clive stiffens, muttering something under his breath about being unappreciated, but stays quiet. Colonel, listen, we've got leads, solid ones, but rushing this could have blown the whole thing. One more scoop through Buckfield in the morning could make the difference between an airtight case and a disaster. An airtight case, huh? And who exactly are we looking at? I need names, damn it. We've narrowed it down, but we're still connecting a few dots. Give us till the morning, 7 a.m, and we'll have what you need. A clean arrest, no loose ends. He rubs his temples as if trying to stave off a headache. The room falls silent for a tense moment before he finally speaks. 7 a.m, huh? You better pray you're not wasting my time. I don't give a rat's ass how green you are. You blow this, and it's your career, rookie. He gestures towards Clive. And you can wipe that smug off your face. You've been skating by for years. I'm sick of it. Noted, sir. Clive adjusts his jacket, avoiding the colonel's glare. You resist the urge to smirk. Alright, fine, 7 a.m. sharp. His focus is now directly locked on you, like a predator eyeing prey. I pulled you out of Portland for this, because Clive's got a reputation. Good or bad, people listen to him, and I've heard some good things about you too. We don't promote without cause. You were paired with Detective Henderson for a reason. This is your shot, but if you come back with nothing, you're both fucked. Now, get the hell out of my face. Right, I just need to... So I'm going to just activate and reactivate that there. Go. There we go, cool, right. Okay, so let's get moving on. Hopefully that will sort out my camera now. Okay. So I think I'm going to need to... Oh, that went well. You're a piece of work, you know that. You were in the damn bathroom the whole time, and now you're acting like you saved my ass back there. Clive chuckles a little too loudly. Oh, come on, Squish. You think Hayes would have listened to you? No, I was doing you a favour. saving you from looking like a deer in the headlights. You're welcome. He flashes a stupid grin, but there's a glint of genuine amusement in his eyes. By the way, my car's been repaired. It's parked in the basement. You're not seriously thinking of driving back to Buckfield in the morning, are you? You know damn well we are. We? Christ, mother, I figured you'd say that. Well, I'm heading back to Portland tonight. I want to sleep in my own damn bed. I assume you need a ride too. Yeah, I could use a ride. Thanks, partner. He slaps you on the back, not too harsh, but enough to make you stumble a little. Good choice. So, ready to get out of here, rookie? Let's go. After you. Okay, Act 3. Coming towards the end, and my camera is now playing up again. Brilliant. Dawn of the final day. Yes. Right, studio mode. Right. Right. Okay, here we go. Right, so I've just had to change my camera just because it's really annoying me. Right. I couldn't see shit in this fog. Well, here we are. We're on the clock. So do your thing. Though I'm guessing not too much is open at this time in the morning. What about you? Well, me, I'll be here sipping my damn coffee. But hey, if you want to go over any of your testimonial notes, just let me know. Yeah. So, let's have a look through. Right. To do this. Still need to investigate the headless statue. Right. Final sweep. So, I'm going to do a final sweep. Dun, dun. So I want a final sweep of them all, because I want to find Eddie and talk to him again, hopefully. Right, so let's start with them all. Hopefully I can get back in. Okay, cool, right, so he's going to hit. Cool, right. Right, yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm just literally trying to find anything that may kind of help me a bit more. Aha. Any large crate covers. Just OB, yeah, spray painted, right. Literally just trying to find any last bits. Hey Clive, you hungry? You shout to your partner. Oh, I think that... Very funny, Squish. Oh, I think that's a bug. I think I found a bug. Just saying. I'm going to go back in here. So this was where the diary was. Okay, right, I think here, right. Just trying to have a look around everything. So, right. The edge of the lot fades into fog and trees. Whatever you're looking at isn't out there. Okay, so how do I get out of here now? Ah. That's it, cool, right. Okay, so I think safe to say there's not anything else here. So... right. Go down here and then I'm going to look back at everything else again. So... just going to have another quick look everywhere. We're literally just seeing if there's anything else that I don't think that there is. Okay, right here. Just try knocking at her door again. So, okay. This is the crime scene. So I'm going to go back round and just see if there is anything that I missed. I don't think that there is. So I did do a thorough search, but you never know. Can't really see anything. I still need to figure out about the head. I don't think there's really anything else there. So let's head back into the town. Okay, interesting. So everything is actually just closed, so there's not really much that I can do. You walk in Find the Buckfield police station sitting quiet stillness. Only Officer Wallace, clad in her uniform, perched at the front desk, nursing a mug of coffee. Her face is drawn, and the dark circle on her eyes speak to a restless night pouring over the case that's ripped the heart out of her small town. When the station door creaks open, she glances up, surprised to see you stepping in so early. Having the Laura's growing respect testimonial has unlocked the following dialogue. Detective, didn't think I'd see you this early. She looks up from her coffee, her attention slipping away from the cup just long enough to give you a once-over, like she's piecing together something about you that's still out of place in her mind. Could say the same about you. There's a quiet shift in her posture as she leans back, fingers tapping lightly on the rim of her mug before her hand settles into her lap. A small sigh escapes her lips, something between frustration and resignation, the kind you only get when you've been at something too long and it's started eating away at your soul. Aaron Drum, the editor over at the Gazette, mentioned they ran a piece on the case this morning, said it might stir some things up. I haven't read it yet, but with the press conference in Augusta today, this town's about to feel a whole lot smaller. That's why I'm here. I need to make an arrest this morning. She takes a slow, deliberate slip from her coffee, the sound of the liquid sloshing inside the cup, almost too loud in the stillness of the room. You can feel the tension shift as she sets the cup down again with a muttered clink. You're sure? You've got everything lined up? As sure as I'll ever be, you reply, totally unsure. Her voice, when she speaks, is slower now, careful but direct. There's no attempt to hide the weariness that tugs at her words, but also no hint of the resignation that comes with giving up. Instead, her words have weight, like she's letting them land on the conversation with intention. You know, justice isn't always about punishment. It's about making sure people remember what matters. Life is short, detective. Messy, unfair, but it's precious. And when someone takes that away, they take more than just a life. They take a piece of this fragile world we're all trying to hold together. Sometimes the hardest part of this job isn't finding the answers. It's knowing if the answers will ever feel like enough. There's a flash of something in her eyes now. Not just tiredness, but something like trust or maybe recognition of what you're doing. Her shoulders lower just a touch, as though the gravity of the conversation and the case have slightly lessened their grip on her. Whatever happens, you've shown me you care. That counts for something in my book. Having the Laura's beaming appreciation testimonial has unlocked the following dialogue. Laura leans back in her chair, a playful grin tugging at the corner of her lips. By the way, I didn't forget about that whole transference scenario from dinner the other night. Next time Vining gives me shit, I'll just remind him who has my back. Might even make a point to bring up every now and then. She finally offers a smile. It's tired, but it holds a quiet strength, the kind that knows it's all going to end somehow, but maybe not the way you think. Go do what you have to do. You're not alone in this. Cool. Shutters are down. It is well too early, isn't it? Right. Do you know what? I don't think there's going to be anything else. Let's go over the case first. Right. I want to review your notes. Yeah, let's read them together. Okay, we've got 6 suspects. Who do you want to start with? Review your notes on Eddie Blake. What do you got on this crazy son of a bitch? Eddie's reasons for coming to Buckfield are unclear. Having the Eddie's movement testimonial has unlocked the following dialogue. But he's often seen loitering near the old mall where Emily used to hang out, even said to be living between the motel and the mall. People say he checks in and out of the motel sporadically, almost like he does really stay anywhere for long. As we saw firsthand, he's clearly mentally unwell. Having the Eddie's mannerisms and Eddie's schizophrenia testimonials has unlocked the following dialogue. Several arrested to Eddie's odd behaviour. He mumbles to himself and doesn't interact with others. Eric Cornell thought he might be schizophrenic. He keeps to himself, but his mannerisms stand out enough to make people uncomfortable. He just doesn't seem stable, and that only adds to the unease around him. That's the gist of what we have on Eddie Blake. Your partner stands still, arms crossed, scanning the empty parking lot, eyes constantly moving as if weighing the situation carefully, silently noting any detail that might stand out. The guy is obviously missing a few marbles. It's like putting together a damn puzzle. The answer's yours to figure out, Squish. Jacob Turner. Should be locked up, key thrown away. Wait, what do we have on him again? We know Jacob is more involved than he lets on, including being connected with some dangerous people in Portland. Having the Emily's revelries, Jacob's denial, Jacob's deflection, and Sarah's denial testimonies has unlocked the following dialogue. To add to that, Jacob was seen going into the abandoned mall with Emily by her aunt, though he flatly denied it. He also allegedly partied with Emily and supplied her drugs, a claim he lied about as well, just as did Emily's best friend, Sarah Foster. Both denied involvement in drugs. Having the Jacob's alibi and Jacob's behaviour and Jacob's journal testimonial has unlocked the following dialogue. Additionally, there are signs he may have been coming to work high, raising further suspicion. He also lied about keeping a journal and claimed he was at home when Emily was murdered, but his alibi couldn't be confirmed. Having Jacob's shoe size testimonial has unlocked the following dialogue. There's also the fact that his shoe size potentially matches the prints found at the crime scene. Having the Sophie's belief testimonial has unlocked the following dialogue. Despite this, Sophie Cooper believes Jacob isn't responsible and doubts his involvement in Emily's murder. That's the summary of what we know about Jacob Turner. Clive stands quietly, looking at the ground, processing the information. There's a visible intensity in his stare, focused entirely on the next step, piecing together in his mind. Proven liar, but murderer? I don't know. It's all on you, Squish. Let's see what you make of it. Linda Johnson. Here we're looking with her. Linda's a complicated figure, aside from the fact that she's the victim's mother. Having the Emily's family disputes, Jacob's view, Linda's character, Linda's manipulation, and Ron's denial testimony has unlocked the following dialogue. There's been a long history of conflicts between her and Emily. The most notable instance was about a year ago when they were thrown out of the general store. Linda was also known for her manipulative, abrasive, self-serving behaviour, with Pastor Ron calling her out for her manipulative nature. Jacob Turner described her as an overbearing drunk, while Betty Collins even suggested there are hidden motives beneath her actions. Having the Emily's dad, Linda's debts, and Linda's struggles testimony has unlocked the following dialogue. Her personal life has been troubled. She lost her husband in a plane crash in the White Mountains, which has clearly impacted her. She has also faced financial difficulties deepened by her ongoing drinking problems. Her turbulent relationship with Tommy Harris only added to the strain, leading her into a further emotional turmoil. Having the Linda's explanation, Linda's insurance policy, and Linda's tensions testimonials has unlocked the following dialogue. Recently, Linda took out a life insurance policy on Emily, citing concern over Emily's behaviour. Of course, she was quick to deny any financial motives for Emily's death, clearly offended when the suggestion was made. She's also in significant debt, which gives further weight to the question of whether the policy had more than just her daughter's well-being in mind. Having the Linda's lost time and Tommy's blame-shifting testimonials has unlocked the following dialogue. Linda claims that she last saw Emily the afternoon before her murder. However, Army has accused her of orchestrating the murder, suggesting she had a financial motive due to the insurance policy. At the very least, all of this raises questions about Linda's involvement, especially given her strained relationship with Emily. That's the main takeaway regarding Linda Johnson. Detective Henderson holds a steady stance, his eyes drifting into the horizon behind you. His movements are purposeful, suggesting he's already planning his next steps, mentally organising the chaos of the case into something more imaginable. The victim's mother, that would make for one hell of a story. Well, I've done my part, it's on you now, Ricky. Okay, so... Okay, let's pick this up. We've got to catch this. Find a payphone and let the colonel know once you've decided who you're planning on. Right. So... Okay, I'm going to actually leave this one there. So we're going to have another video going through the last testimonials. But if you do like this content, please do subscribe, comment, like, share, and let me know your thoughts. This is a murder in Buckfield, created on rpgmakerwith by SCS, I believe. But as I said, we're going to come back to this and come back to the other testimonials. So I am going to leave this here for now, and we will find out the last testimonials next time. So until then, bye bye for now.